Hey all you cool cats and kittens, it's Carol at Big Cat Rescue, and I'm here with a stabilizer that doesn't want to participate. The beautiful Armani leopard. There she is. Oh, I can see your comments. Woohoo! Deb, thank you for the lovely flower arrangement today. That was so sweet of you. Today is my anniversary. Howie and I have been together for 15 years. We've been married for 13 of those years. And we are planning to get away and do something romantic. We just can't do it right now because of the walkabout. There's so much stuff that has to be done in advance of that. So we're kind of all consumed with that, but that will be over Saturday afternoon. Get back to life as normal. There's so many projects that have been put on the back burner, getting ready for the walkabout and getting the gift shop all ready for that. So everybody's been working super hard, and the place is looking fabulous, just fabulous. Jade Daru, I've missed you too. I was only gone a day. Thank you for all the congratulations. It was not hard to do. Howie is, I think, the most wonderful man in the world, and I just hit the lottery when it comes to husbands with him. I was walking around, and Armani has been the first interesting cat I've seen since I started this walk. Everybody else is snoozing. At least she's got her eyes open. I'm expecting any minute now Afton will be heading out with evening meds, and we'll catch up with her. But I just thought we'd walk around and see who was out and about. Hey, Suzanne Lesnut. Now see, I am not doing that. That's the stabilizer doing that all by its little lonesome. I'm so happy that I got a donate button and comments first time out of the gate this time. It took me 5 tries yesterday, and I took those 5 different tries of going live and just got through uploading those to YouTube. So if you missed it, oh, for goodness sake, if you missed it yesterday, it's on YouTube all pieced together as one so that you don't have to go through all of the stopping and starting and waiting that we had to go through yesterday. Still got a little pile of mulch here that needs to go in some tunnels, but I'm guessing that's not going to happen before the walkabout. I talked to my mother this morning. You guys might remember my mother retired after 20 years of taking care of the books here at the sanctuary and taking care of my personal real estate business. And she reported this morning that every day she has a friend from church, and they walk around a lake near where she's living, and it's a 2-mile trek, so she's actually getting more exercise now than she was when she was here. We tried every afternoon to go for a walk while she was here, but that didn't always happen because some days just get crazy. All right, trying to focus on Diablo. Somebody, I don't know what country they're from, English is not their native language, but they interviewed me this morning about Savannah cats and Bengal cats, and they asked if they could use some photos to illustrate the article. Hopefully they are going to post what horrible pets they make so that people do not support that cruel trade. There's just no reason to be breeding cats when there are cats dying in shelters, and when hybrid cats, for the first 4 generations anyway, almost always end up being dumped or living in squalid conditions. There's a whole page about that at bigcatrescue.org/hybrid-facts. And if you see that white Jeep down there, That's the enrichment committee people, and they're all digging around in the flower bed in front of the kitten cabana. We grow a lot of herbs out there for the cats, and I'm guessing that's what they're doing, is pulling up herbs that they're going to be using in their enrichment. Hi, Cyrus! Are you loving the hay? Oh, that hay is so snuggly. It's so snuggly. Will you let us come up here close by, or are you gonna be mean? You're not gonna be mean, are you? Bear with me here. I'm zooming and fighting the stabilizer. Oh, we missed your cute yawn. Could you do that again, sir? This is Cyrus. He's a caracal. He's a sleepy caracal. Lots of people keep asking if we're going to try and reintroduce Cyrus and Chaos. They came here as a breeding pair, and of course we don't do any breeding. So we separated them and fixed them both and tried to put them back together, and Chaos got her foot bit. Yeah. Did you bite her? So we don't want them fighting. Cats are solitary by nature. They usually prefer to have their own space, but we've had some caracals in the past who actually did like their mates. So we gave it a try, but probably won't try it again. No time soon anyway. Maybe when they get old and too tired to fight. He goes over there to check on her every once in a while, and she just does everything she can to stay as far away from him as she can, so we're not going to torment her. In fact, we've been talking about maybe giving him both of their cages and moving her over one. We have a ginormous cage that's not being used right now that she could use. Lori, I'm so glad you ordered your calendar. Oh, I see I missed a bunch of comments. Calendars are back in stock. I think we got... What was that? No! I do not want you spinning around. Focus on the cat. We got several hundred calendars in stock. You guys can get one of all of our beautiful cats at bigcatrescue.org/calendar. CALENDAR. It's a great idea to have one for work and one for home. And it helps support the cats. Every day you get to look at all your favorite beauties. Yeah, it's a pinup calendar of all you beauties. Thank you for all the well wishes for my anniversary. Oh, hi Luana, thank you for posting that link. Yeah, we'll ship them to the UK, no problem. The only things that we don't ship to the UK are the items that we sell on Amazon. We are trying to build up the number of things that we carry in the Amazon store, so that Amazon fulfills those items and we don't have to hire people to be fulfilling gift shop orders. But we're just starting that, and it's going to take a long time to offload all the stuff that we currently carry and ship. Shout out to Cindy Arthur, who has been working with me to streamline that process, and she's today got some new games uploaded to Amazon, which was very cool. Now those will actually still have to ship. Hi. Well, there's the pretty. Hi. This is Chaos. This thing is really fighting me. I don't like this new stabilizer. It's heavy duty enough to handle my phone, which is nice, but it just has a mind of its own. I love when they tuck their little paws in like that. They're so cute! They're so cute! Also sorry that we're a little bit of an angle here, but again, that's because of the weight of the phone, and the stabilizer does not want to hold it up straight. Wow, 98 shares. Thank you, everybody. And I see that we have gone over the 3,000 mark. I saw that on the important updates today. Over 3,000 of you have made the call of the wild at bigcatact.com. And I thought Luana did a really great job of explaining a couple of things about the Big Cat Act. One is those calls are so important. And I know some people are shy. I'm shy. And it just scares the bejesus out of them to think about calling somebody they don't know. But almost all the time, you're just going to get an answering machine. And even if you do get a real person, you're only saying like 2 sentences. You're saying, my name is X and my zip code is X, and ask your boss to champion the Big Cat Public Safety Act. That's it. And we give you that text so you can print yourself out a little cheat sheet when you call. Oh goodness, she's so sleepy, Chaos. And I know a lot of people say, well, you know, I'd like to send an email, or I want to send a postcard, or I want to send a petition. I just want to sign a petition. And your legislators know how little effort that takes, so it doesn't mean anything to them. And we don't want you wasting your time. We want your time to matter for these cats. So we're asking you to do something hard, but it's not really hard, but it's hard the first time until you get over that fear. And once you do it, you're going to be like hooked. You're going to want to be calling them every week because you're like, man, that was so easy and it has so much impact, and that's how we're going to save these cats from living in horrible situations. And the other thing is, a lot of people send me a letter that their representative sends to them. So after you send that email or you make that call, sometimes they'll send you a letter and they'll say, you know, thank you, I love hearing from you. It's so important to me to know what my constituents think, and it's in the subcommittee right now, but as soon as it gets out of the subcommittee and comes to the floor for a vote, I'll remember what you said. Well, that's just politician speak for, I'm not taking any action on this until I know how the wind's blowing, how other people are going to vote on it. And that's not what we're asking them to do. We're asking them to champion this bill. So that means signing on as a co-sponsor and then getting other legislators to sign on too. So that's what you want to make your ask to be, is to ask them to champion the Big Cat Public Safety Act. And if you get one of those letters back, it's perfectly fine to call them right back and say, hey, I appreciate the fact that you sent me this letter, but it looks like a form letter to me. And when you get one of those form letters, you'll understand why they don't want to get form letters. Nobody wants a form letter. That doesn't feel very personal. Doesn't feel like you did put any effort into it. So when they send you back that form letter, call them on it and say, you didn't respond to what I really asked you to do, which was to champion this bill so that it can get a hearing. You gonna go to sleep on me too? Guess I'll have to go find another cat. Maybe Zimba. I haven't seen Zimba since he moved. Here. Oh, nope, that's a squirrel. Squirrel! Where is Zimba? No Zimba in the den. I want to connect these cages here so he's got some more space, because we've got an empty one right behind him. After the walkabout. Everything that we want to do, we keep saying, after the walkabout, we're going to do this. After the walkabout, we're going to do that. Candace, you're right. You can make the call daily. Once a week's probably enough. But hey, I know there are some people that are making that call every day, and it's paying off. We've got over 90 co-sponsors right now in the House, which is amazing. There's so many bills that never get more than 2 or 3 co-sponsors, so 90 is amazing. And some people, all right, I give up. Where does he live? Oh, maybe he's in that den. And now I'm on the wrong side to see in there. There's not like a magic number. The idea is to get so many people signed on as co-sponsors that the chair of the subcommittee feels pressured to give it a hearing. And we really believe that if it goes to hearing, it'll pass unanimously. The Captive Wildlife Safety Act did, and it was the predecessor to this bill. The problem is there's just so much stuff Congress has to deal with that unless politicians think this is super, super important, it's never going to get a hearing. And if it doesn't get a hearing, then there's never going to be laws to protect the cats. And if there aren't laws to protect the cats, then when people call me and say, can't you get that animal out of that horrible situation, I'm going to have to say, no, I can't. Because there's not a law that says there's anything wrong with what they're doing. So that's why we need laws to say that they shouldn't be able to abuse them. All right, well, I'm on foot. The volunteers were so sweet today. They washed my golf cart for me, and they're going to be using it in the Wildcat, or the Safari Days Walkabout, to shuttle people back and forth to their cars and the media and all that kind of stuff. So I didn't want to get it all dirty. Looks like they washed Jamie's cart and are taking it back right now. It's so shiny!
I know, it's nice and clean. So
oh, you guys did an awesome job.
I made it nice and clean for when Jamie gets back.
She will appreciate that. Thank you.
No problem. I'm gonna go park it for her. See ya.
Christine, that's a big part of why we're working on a federal bill, because there are some states that are just so backwards they might never catch on. And what happens is the bad guys just move to those states and make a mess there. So the federal bill would just put an end to the biggest part of the abuse, which is people breeding these cubs and then using them as pay-to-play props. There's nothing good that comes of that. It's looking so spiffy.
Hi, Carol.
Hello. I love this vine. It hides this ugly barricade.
It does. We are trimming it down so that you can actually see Hoover when you're on a tour path.
Yesterday I was holding the camera way up over my head to see down in there.
So now people can walk by and actually see him.
There's the sleepy boy.
Sleepy boy.
Aren't you glad they're doing it by hand and not weed whackers, huh? It'd be hard to sleep.
I know. That would be pretty obnoxious. Probably be like, I'm trying to sleep over here. Here. Got it? This one?
Hold it.
Must feel good to cut those wires when most of the wires you deal with, you can't do that.
Yeah, I'd love to deal with it that way, but it gets electrocuted up.
He's often working on our technical issues, and so many times you just want to cut it all away and start all over. Maybe we'll find out what they are doing down here. Today at our staff meeting, Catherine and Karma decided that there aren't going to be any kittens in the kitten cabana on Thursday or Friday. And the reason is the Humane Society is coming with a boatload of kittens on Saturday for people to adopt. Oh, they're clearing this out so people can actually see the kittens to adopt. That's good. It was really getting high too. Oh, this looks so much better. So we have to do a deep cleaning, sterilize everything in there, and make it safe for the kittens on Saturday. So they're going to do that on Thursday, which means can't be having our kittens walking all over that on Friday. This looks so good!
Yay.
I love it! It really needed doing too.
It did.
When I can't see over the bushes, I know it's a problem.
Yeah. Oh, it's blocking the kittens.
Yes.
It's blocking the kittens.
I'm glad the bushes are all so healthy they have to be trimmed.
Yeah,
Done a nice
I know.
job of it.
Well, we filled those containers too for the Walkabout,
Oh, nice.
and we got some new herbs in there for the kitties.
When I saw you guys all digging around in there, I told everybody you were probably digging herbs out for enrichment night tonight, but it looks like that's
Planting, planting, and getting everything ready for the Walkabout. I guess we're having an adoption event during
Yeah,
the Walkabout.
kittens are going to get new homes,
Yay!
and people are going to be able to see them now.
Yay!
I see Breezy Bobcat up there. Hi there, Breezy. Luana just pointed out that I was rude. Thank you, Luana. I should have introduced them. Everybody's asking, who are those guys? Who are those guys? We don't get to see them all the time. This is Lauren Grant. She's a green shirt.
I am.
She's often a coordinator out here.
Yep.
This is Maureen. Maureen is on the enrichment committee. Make sure that all the cats get all that fun stuff.
We're all on the enrichment committee.
Yes,
And this
we
is
all are.
Dad.
Yep.
How many people are on that committee?
5.
Afton,
Yeah.
Afton and I are co-chairs, and then Babs, Lauren, Rebecca. That's 5, right?
Yeah.
Five. Yep.
That's it.
Yep.
And then Babs owns a company called Garden Magicians, and she is a magician.
Yay.
She makes sure that we have more than just sand spurs going on out here. That's all that used to be out here, is palmetto and sand spurs.
Well, those are good things.
Not sand spurs.
That's true. Not sand spurs.
Oh, sand spurs. Oh, sorry. No. Palmettos, yes.
Palmettos, yes.
I love the palmettos. We actually had somebody on a tour the other day who's like, what is this? He'd never seen anything like a palmetto bush before.
Oh, brother.
Not
You
from
must not be
Florida.
from here.
No. That thing is a palmetto. They're great. Cats can hardly kill them. All right, I saw Afton go rolling by. Hello, Andy Tiger. Sweet Andy Tiger. Up there on your platform. Gift shop's coming along very nicely. Hey, you good boy. You're right, he does have a foot hanging off the bed. This is Andy. You can find out more about Andy at bigcatrescue.org/Andy, A-N-D-Y. Not to be confused with Andy Bobcat, who is A-N-D-I. Lori, you are correct. They are all resting up for all of the craziness that'll be going on the day of the walkabout. We always hand out a lot of enrichment that day, so the cats are active, and the cats just have a blast on walkabout days. Cindy, this is Andy, bigcatrescue.org/ANDY. Barely twitching that tiger tail. Becky, the walkabout is one day a year we allow people to walk around the sanctuary unescorted. Every other tour that we do tours 6 days a week, and all of the tours are guided, so people have to have a person who is walking them around, telling them the stories of the cats, and then there'll be one person behind them who is making sure they all stay together. So one day a year we do what's called the Wildcat Walkabout, or the Safari Days, and we limit it to 500 people. We've already sold out the event. It sells out every year. This is not me doing this. It's the stabilizer. So one day a year, we open it up to 500 people who can come between noon and 3 o'clock. Actually, they have to arrive between noon and 2, and they have to be off the property by 3. And they can just wander around. They could do what I'm doing right here and just stand in front of Andy for 3 hours if they want to. They can be with their favorite cats and not have to move along, and they can take all the photos they want, all the videos, which they can do on the regular tours. It's just the regular tours, you're walking for an hour and a half, so it's hard to just stand there and take pictures of a single cat. And then we have to bring in like a gazillion of our volunteers to make sure, in fact almost all of our volunteers, to make sure that everybody stays safe. We bring in the police to make sure everybody stays safe and that they all stay on their side of the barricade. Nobody gets across the barricades to the cats. And then we charge, usually our tickets are, I think, $39 per person, and we charge $25 for the walkabout, and everything that we make from the ticket sales each year from the walkabout actually goes to conservation programs. Oh, you guys want to see the conservation sign I made? It's very cool. We fund a lot of conservation programs in the wild, and I think this year we've spent $40,000 or $50,000 on saving wildcats in the wild where they belong in the first place. So on the walkabout day, what they do is they get their $25 ticket fee, and then they get a $5 tickets that they can go around, and there'll be a basket, sort of like that basket, where they can choose which program they want to fund with their ticket price. Look at that, 3,023 people have made the call to the wild. And the Christmas tree up, and people are buying the ornaments to put on there. These are the programs that we currently fund in the wild. And Lauren's going to come in here with a, oh, those are so pretty, Deb, thank you. Oh, now I got my signal back. I'm going to have to stand closer back here, I think. I'm going to lose it. So over there on that wall are all of the different species that we help save in the wild over a map that will have a pin stuck in all of the countries where the conservation work is done. Step outside before I lose my signal again. 237 shares. My goodness. You guys are so good to us. Thank you very much for sharing these feeds. I haven't seen Seth yet. I wonder if he's down here by food prep. Will, the bobcat, is in the cat hospital currently. The last time he was seen by the vets for a full exam, he was seen by the vets just a couple days ago, but last time he had a full workup, they weren't sure if he had irritable bowel disease or if he has a lymphoma in his GI tract, which would be cancer. And so this time around, he's presenting with all the same symptoms as before, but we've been able to get fluids in him every day and getting him to drink more by putting it all over his food, because he doesn't drink out of a bowl, so he has to get all of his fluids from what he eats. And he's been doing that pretty well at night, consuming 10 to I think 14 ounces, but he's not eating well during the day. I think he's only had a couple of ounces today so far. There's the Afton.
There. You coming in this way?
I'm following you.
Oh.
Are you doing anything interesting?
We are getting ready to take care of Will and give him all his pee and fun stuff.
You don't mind if I watch?
Fluids and injections, and stuff like that.
Okay. Have you already done anything meds?
That was Gail, and she's done and gone. She comes
I never
early.
even saw her.
Yeah, she comes up at like 3.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is challenging when you're doing supplements, because you want to get the 2 done before she gets out there, and she shows up.
That's all set for you.
Okay.
I don't think you ladies have received bracelets yet, have you?
Bracelets.
Yeah. Pick one.
Oh my gosh, these are so pretty.
Oh, thank you.
I would go with the blue so that it matches.
Oh,
Definitely. Oh, is it? Okay,
Yes.
good. That worked out. It'll match my shirt that I wear every day. So
Wonderful.
thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks, Karen.
All right, take a long stick and slide it all the way up to her den.
Is that Divinity?
Yep.
That's a lot easier said than done. Have you ever done that with a stick? You're going to be there a while.
Yeah, I did it with her once, but
Yeah, so
There was
just
the
go
ones
up
I
to the,
get.
from the side,
okay.
and then put it in front, and then come around and be like, hey, I have
then-
offerings.
And then scoot and then go hide.
And then, yeah.
And then go hide behind a tree while she
Yeah.
tries to eat.
I showed her how to do the pill supplements today. And I was like, this is how you do Andy. You drop it, you say, look, snacks, and you walk out. And then you drive off with the golf cart, and then you turn around, come back, and hide behind the tree and wait for her to come over.
The meds in there.
And, yes. And she, it's in ground turkey, so that's how we'll
And
do
do I
it.
just wait till she's done?
Hello.
You can come back and go back, or you can wait a little bit. If she comes right out, you can just go for a
Wait.
walk.
All right. Good luck.
Yep, good luck, please. Okay, so Will food. Will food. Becky brought him in some different kind of food that he likes.
I was trying to make sure all of the interns got a bracelet. Did you get a bracelet yet, Brandy?
No.
You did not. Pick one off my arm. Whichever one you like.
Tiger.
And I don't think you have either. Because every time I turn around, there's more interns. I'm like, oh, man.
So cool.
So should I hide mine and say, I didn't have one?
Thank you. Oh, super pretty. Yeah.
There's Afton.
Always
Yeah,
got
like
one
your
arm.
So pretty. Cool. Thank you. Thank you,
You're
Miss
welcome.
Carol.
All right.
So, Luana asked me to tell you guys about our gift card program, and I can't remember the URL for where that is, but I'm sure she will post it. But a lot of people get gift cards this time of year, that they don't want or they don't use the whole thing, and you can donate those to Big Cat Rescue and we get the balance of it, or we can use the card sometimes. So she will post in here in the comments the URL for where you can donate those either online or you can mail them to us by snail mail. What's your goal for him to eat tonight?
All of it.
How many ounces will that be?
We offer him a pound at night, and then we add water, and then come back and hope he eats it. So he did really good last night. He ate 14.5.
That is a lot.
He's not really big on eating during the day, so we just leave it at night and pray for the best.
And I saw that Baby Cakes only wanted to eat a chick. Did he ever get anything more than that today?
Yes. Yeah, he's not been liking the cooler mornings and liking the warmer evenings. So that's kind of how we were in the summertime. It was just too hot by the time they got out there. So in the evenings when it cooled down, he would eat. And now it's too cold in the mornings. So now he will eat in the evenings. And he comes running over like nothing happened. So I just think the cooler mornings for such an old guy is difficult to motivate.
This morning it was 74 degrees and he had just a little bit of a shiver still. I was like,
Hey,
oh, come
I
on.
showed up with a hooded sweatshirt on this morning. But Will's been liking this red stew meat. So, stew meat. And our ground beef that we get comes in a tube, but he prefers the more stringy processed texture for some reason. So, of course, he gets it because that's what he wants. It would be weird if they weren't spoiled.
Do you have somebody to help you get fluids and all?
Catherine came in. She wants to come in every day so that at least she kind of sees how he's doing and how his progress is, just in case anything was to change. At least there's 2 people actively know what's going on.
So you already did that?
What's that?
You already did that tonight?
Not yet. She's in the hospital because he has a couple pills, but he gets 3 injections at night too. So she was pulling up the medicine in the hospital. And then I gotta clean his bed for the 4th time today because he just goes to the bathroom like crazy.
Romina, can you touch the very...
This is why it's so important that they weigh it, because if they didn't, they wouldn't know how much he's eating and whether or not he's getting enough. She is wearing gloves.
I am definitely wearing gloves. I never used to be a big raw meat toucher. And I'm okay with it now, but if there's gloves available, I'm going to wear them.
This is how you meet your interns, by name. So that's how we learn them, is they put them on a...
So, hey, new girl.
It's much better than that.
Yeah.
And it's Will that is in the cat hospital. He's a bobcat. He's always had neurological problems, but he doesn't drink water, and so he gets himself dehydrated, and then he has to get fluids and injections. And the good news is, because of his neurological issues, he's not miserable in the cat hospital, whereas most cats just want to kill themselves rather than be caged up in there.
He's a really good patient, besides the amount of times he goes to the bathroom. But that's okay.
Gail, you're going to have to text me when you go out and do evening meds, because everybody missed it tonight.
It's
like, I'm up here by 3:30 at the latest, and I have my stuff ready to go by 4, and I'm out the door going. Because Wednesday nights is not only my handout meds day, but it's my help prepare meds for the next week day. So I get all that ready before Becky gets here on Wednesday nights, and then we're in there putting meds together for next week.
I've never actually seen you do that. I've seen Becky do it a gazillion times, but I've never seen you do it. You must do it earlier than she does.
No, we're in there together doing it.
Oh.
Yeah, I start with the Azadil supplement for their kidney supplement. I get all that done first, and then usually Honey's in there with us too. And then while she's working on meds, and I get the supplement all done, and then I help her get the rest of the meds done.
Everybody's saying hi, Gail, waving at Gail.
Yeah, I don't let me open it.
Don't go in the front because Catherine's doing Will, so if you want to come in the back.
Actually, I was going to take them to see him getting his fluids and all. Do you think that...
I don't know. She was trying to do something with it. She was trying to shift him into the...
Oh, I don't want to disturb
that.
that.
Peek in the window and see where he's at. Because I know she was in there trying to get him ready.
This is our drug cabinet. Where we keep all the supplements and cat drugs.
That's where we keep all the good drugs.
And everybody's been asking, where's Mama Becky? We haven't seen you in so long.
I know.
Look at the setup you guys have. My goodness.
Well, we've got a different basket for each day of the week and AM and PM meds. So.
Anyway, I'm
No,
definitely
that's
in
all right.
there.
I'm just getting stuff together for...
Well, apparently I can't do that. I was hoping you guys would be able to see Will being a good patient, but I can't get a signal in there. As you saw, I was talking to Becky, and the doors behind her was where I needed to get to. I didn't get anywhere close before I lost my signal. But I see Seth. So we'll finish up with Seth. Lauren Buckingham is back from the UK, and she picks a winner every day from the people who make the Call of the Wild to get this lovely bracelet. Not the watch, the bracelet. So she picks one winner every day from the people who have made the Call of the Wild. So hopefully you will be on that list of people who made the call. All these garbage cans are what they use for pulling foliage out of the cages. Hi, Seth. Did you kill all of the zombies? You killed all the zombie birds? Can't see you very well behind that pole. I couldn't get a signal. I went in there. Oh, okay. So apparently Seth is going to get some meds. I really appreciate you guys being so patient with me learning this new stabilizer. I'm sure that there's just a matter of getting accustomed to the way it moves and moving my wrists accordingly. Did she say snacks? Has she got snacks for you? Oh yeah, that's exciting. Not that you need snacks. Lee, thank you for making the call. They're saying you have muddy paws. Did you get them wet? Were you swimming? I echo what Lawana just said about everybody who did fundraisers in October. Thank you so much. That is really generating some meaningful income because there's so many of you doing it, and so many of you doing it really, really well, raising hundreds of dollars for your birthdays and your anniversaries and just for any reason at all. Eileen, thank you for donating. And the money comes straight to Big Cat Rescue, so it's really helpful to us. Those are Facebook fundraisers. So what's he getting?
He gets pain meds and then a kidney supplement. He just, when he hangs out by the lake, he doesn't come over. So we just kind of set it on the counter and wait, because before we leave, he comes up and moseys up to see everybody. Huh? I get my meds on my own time. Yes. Was that good? Ew, it must have been good. You're slobbering everywhere. Yeah. That's nasty. That's nasty. Yes.
Oh dear. Sorry, didn't mean to tease anybody's dog out there. I have to spell cookies. That's what we call them for my cat. I have to spell it in our house because he knows that word. If you guys have never tried it, we have some great SNACKS for your pets at home, your cats at home. They're freeze-dried and they're like minnows and tuna and chicken, I think. And so there's like no preservatives in them, and because they're freeze-dried, they last, and they're all fresh and all meat and no fillers, and you can find all of that stuff at bigcatrescue.biz, as well as the bracelets that I was giving to the interns earlier today. Those are available at, oh dear, at bigcatrescue.biz. Bigcatrescue. This is killing me. .biz. All right. Thank you, everybody. Love you guys. I am out of here, Seth. Bye-bye, booby.